Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Andy, hey, it's good to see you today.
Hey, Andy.
Hey Andy, I'm so proud of you. I know you're gonna do amazing things.
We're graduating. Yay! I'm super excited. It's been a great time getting to know you these past couple years.
You're graduating, and that's super exciting. I've grown up with you literally from when we were very small and when you were short and chunky. I would have to say my favorite memory would be either you running from the back of the court from volleyball up to the front and spiking it, or maybe trampling over people in volleyball because you're crazy.
And you were an awesome RA last year. Super fun time. '04 was definitely one of the best times in Ormston.
So you remember that one time? It was your first year here, my second year here. We were playing hockey, and I just remember this little dinky Andy coming up, and just like he's wearing this full, you're wearing this full like NHL jacket and everything. And we're just kind of making fun of you, just like, okay, what's this kid doing? And you just come in like you just shoot lights out that game and everything, and it was just so much fun. Just like okay, and that was really kind of our starting point in the relationship, and it was just really cool to get to know you through intramurals and then hanging out more often and everything.
And I've been thinking about fun memories of you, and I think it's hard to narrow that down to just one. But I think one of my favorite memories of you is, I just was so grateful when you transferred in here in your first year at Spring Arbor. You kind of sought me out. And even outside of the context of working as, an RA and an RD type, you're just willing to meet up with me. And you don't know how much of an encouragement that was to me, just to have somebody who is serious about their faith, asking good questions about their faith, somebody who is new here to Spring Arbor that wanted to connect. So even though that was kind of early on in our friendship, that was just a great moment, or moments, I should say.
So first thing, a really cool memory that we shared slash had when you were rapping on the bus in Houston, and it was like super late at night, and we were on the bus for like probably an hour at that point, and then we finally coaxed you into rapping for us, and it was really terrible, but you were great. That was a great memory, and I will not forget it. Oh, and then the second time when you rapped when Dennis and Mary were around, that was better, but they were both really funny.
Okay, one good memory that I have with you, Andy, is probably how much I bothered you to talk to Emma during our doctrines class, or every time that I would get together and always ask you about asking out Emma. So that's a good memory.
Another one would be FMYC, that one time when we were all sitting there and it said something about a sibling and you just screamed and everyone stared at you. That was pretty funny.
It's pretty funny when Lucas took your your PC monitor that one day, Andy, and how mad you got.
And also, your pants at Porch Fest were really tight, and I don't really know how to describe it, but like, how did you even put those things on?
I really liked times getting to know you playing volleyball and stuff, especially when you had your stupid water bottle and we're moving it around everywhere.
And always playing PUBG. That's so much fun, Andy. You're the one who fueled my addiction, so I have you to thank for that.
I think that a really good memory that I've had with you has been watching Game of Thrones and hearing all of your terrible and cheesy commentary for the show. Really enhanced it, in my opinion. Really made it great to watch.
So my favorite memory of you, Andy, is when I first met you in the History of Christianity in America last year, and I think I was really close to a lot of the Ormston guys, and that's how I ended up here. But before that, I kind of just knew a lot of O1 people, but I really got to know you because of this class as well as Lucas. And so, but yeah, like that first initial like connection was just really special, and I could just tell that you were just a very like godly man, and that yeah, you really care genuinely about other people.
Hey Andy, When I think of you, I think of when we had all those ridiculous game nights that were tons of fun. And I also think of when you texted me when I was having troubles with my rooming situation for next year, and that meant a lot to me.
I really appreciate, just the ways in which you've reached out to me in just times of trouble.
Hey Andy, can't believe that you are graduating from college. It seems like it wasn't too long ago when you sat in my office with your parents, I think, and you were talking about this feeling like you were called to ministry, but I could tell by the tension, a little bit of the tension in the room, your parents were wanting you to go to U of M, Michigan, and get some other stuff down first. Well, it looks like you ultimately won that conversation as you're now graduating with a ministry degree, and how very appropriate it is.
So, Andy, even though we didn't really get, it was this year when we got like pretty close, my favorite memory was definitely the Houston mission trip, just almost everything that we did together, just when we were jumping into the waves when it was really cold, you and I, we broke that barrier to, it was cold, but we did it. And just going to the rodeo together and just making, fun of Cece and Olivia, just all the Houston mission trip was a good memory.
I just wanted to say too that it was such a great experience going down to Texas with you and the whole team. We just had a really good time putting up that drywall, doing all that stuff that some of us have never done before, and you just were a great leader as part of that ministry that we did down there. And I just wanted to say, just keep being you.
I can remember also sitting in the office in Dearborn when you came in because you were helping Ben with some ministry stuff. I don't know if Ben's ever told you how much of an encouragement you have been to him when he was there in that ministry. He needed a person like you to come alongside him to just affirm that the work of the ministry there, and that was something that was valuable, that there was hope for this fledgling little youth ministry at Dearborn Free Methodist Church. He needed kind of that voice to walk alongside him, and you really were that while you were doing college and also being a part of the church and helping serve. So I know he appreciates that, and I appreciate that as well.
And I'm glad we could kind of have this capstone experience of going on the backpacking trip to Georgia this recently, because that was a highlight, just having you there as a friend and just as a fellow commiserator going up some of those hills. That was really good.
Absolute favorite memory, Andy, is me and you cleaning up the trails at Eagle Ridge and getting lost. The Eagle Scout and the person who is supposed to be very familiar with Eagle Ridge, and we're out in the middle of nowhere, not really sure. I'm not sure if you were aware of this, but I was very concerned, thinking that we will never get back. Even because we had GPS that wasn't working well, and there was acres and acres of wilderness ahead of us. I was a little bit nervous, just a tad. But that is my favorite memory. I'm glad. If it had to be anybody that I would get lost with on that trip, I'm glad it was you, because you just took it in stride. Thank you.
Andy, I so appreciate you. One of the greatest things I love about you is that you fight for everybody. You fight for those who spoil movies, and you fight for those who don't have a voice. And that really means a lot to me. Your heart and your passion for the marginalized and those who really are helpless really touches me.
Do you remember Andy's password?
No, you didn't have
Hello.
it before.
Alright.
He left it unlocked.
You left it unlocked?
Yeah.
A good memory of Andy. I have a lot of funny memories of Andy. But a good memory of Andy, I don't know if I can single out a single night, but definitely we would be in here amidst one amalgamation of how he set this room up. He'd be playing something, or I'd be on the DS, or I'd be on my computer. We'd be playing Civ. That's really how our friendship really gelled at the start of the year, is playing Civ together. And yeah, we just had really good conversation. Andy could take a joke, which was great. Because because he's such a nerd. You're such a nerd, Andy. It's great. It's a good nerdy, but you're such a nerd.
High school, come on.
You know, Andy, I want to thank you so much over these past, what is it, 4 years now. You've given me so much, like this perfectly good working $150 keyboard. Without it, oh man, I don't even know what I'd do.
Andy, I remember when during RA training you got your pinky messed up by Jeremiah.
I know you remember this story, Andy. We were playing volleyball. We both went for the ball. In some way, your pinky was broken. I'm sorry about that. We've gotten over that, I hope. And yeah, it wasn't funny during the time, but now we look back on it and we can laugh.
Also, I remember when we dumpster dived for that bowling ball, and you always use that bowling ball to open your door for now.
Andy, I remember going to 80s roller night with you and how much fun that was.
Yeah, but I think just over the course of time, me and A's had moment after moment after moment where it was just good moments. It was just good, solid moments where the kind of things that make you think, like, this is a good friend. This is someone who, like, I love being around and I just have fun with. Whether it was just something stupid and goofy or serious, whether it was talking about you, Emma, or whether it was just talking about being a senior and next stages or whatever. It was always good. And I love Andy. He's my brother. So, yeah.
And then if I had to pick one word which describes you, Andy, it would definitely be relational. You are very good with keeping relationships up and just going out of your way to making it where people are like, oh, I feel welcomed by him or I feel loved by him.
A word? Oh gosh.
If I had to pick a word to describe you, it would be assertive, but assertive in a good way, not in like a I want to dominate people, but like in a good way, like you take charge of things, and that's really cool. So assertive is my word.
I think just your vulnerability, like, I think that is like, I see that like a lot in you. One of a leader's greatest strengths is vulnerability in it, so I see that. I think, yeah, I see that in you.
Frick Andy. Andy doesn't get a word? No. No, frick that. Absolutely not. No word. No word for Andy. No. Frick you, Andy. That's your word.
One word I would use to describe you is bandy.
You are very considerate.
Definitely studious.
Intentional.
Caring.
Friendly.
Kind of goofy because you really like to have a good time even though you are super smart.
Freshman. That's the word I have to describe Andy, is freshman.
Slytherin, because when we were in Texas, we both found, well, you already knew, but I found out I was in Slytherin, and then we just became Slytherin buddies while we were down in Texas because everyone else thought it was hilarious.
What would you say? One word to describe Andy? That's my word.
I would have to say crazy. You're a crazy dude, Andy.
My word for you, Andy, is overachiever. Like, good grief. Seriously, finals week is like a breeze for you, and we hate you for that. Like, we're all stressing out here, and you're all chilling. But in all honesty, it's pretty cool. It's just envy. 100% pure envy. You're a hard worker, and that's a good quality.
And I think when I think about a word for you, it's a toss-up between consistent and dependable. That's just one of those deals. I knew you would always follow through with whatever I asked, and that's something I can't teach, and it's just something you always excelled at. If I asked you to do something, I knew it'd get done. Like when I had to ask you to not be the 04 RA but do the chaplain thing, I knew you would do it with excellence this year, and so thanks for that.
So in thinking about Andy Bridgeman, the first word that comes to mind is quirky. You are so fun, and you allow some of your dad-like puns and little jokes to just be a part of your personality, and you're unashamed with that. and because you allow that to happen, you kind of break the ice on any team that you are a part of. And when we went to Kentucky together, and you served with us at Eagle Ridge Campground, you kind of found your niche being that quirky Andy, helping us build relationships together. The very next word, along with quirky, is definitely deep. You want to have deep conversations. You think deeply about your relationship with the Lord and about the theological foundations of understanding who God is and how to communicate that. And it's not often that a quirky person that is fun is also deep and profound. And so you are a great mix of those two together. So I'm so grateful that we've had a chance to have some conversations, and I've had a chance to watch you and walk with you through these 4 years as you're now launching into ministry and into Princeton, of all places. Wow. Congratulations.
I feel like you really go out of your way to connect with people, and I hope that you continue to do that.
I hope Princeton treats you well, and we'll still keep in touch. And hey, we'll probably hang out, so good luck.
Good luck at Princeton. You're gonna do amazing things there. I mean, you're already like brilliant, so like you won't have to like work super hard at that, and you're just gonna like, in a sense, be assertive and plow through Princeton, and it's gonna be such a good thing for you.
Yeah, I really hope that Princeton turns out to be super awesome, and I think you're going to do great there because you've done great here. And I think you're going to enjoy Somerset. It's one of the best places ever. I've enjoyed growing up there and working there for the 1 year that I did, and then I left, and it was really fun. But I think you're going to find it really enjoyable. And I think the South Africa is going to be really sweet, and definitely need to do more concerts because that was really fun. So yeah.
And finally, you know, when I think about you and your future, I'm just excited. I think it's individuals like yourself, you know, pursuing the Lord with both, I think you model it well, pursuing the Lord with all your heart, soul, and mind. You just have a great intellection, and I think that's going to be stretched and sharpened at Princeton, but you also have a heart for the Lord and a heart for His people and a heart for His church, and I think that love for Him will just continue to grow over these years. So it's folks like yourself that I think renews my confidence in the future of the church.
And I know you're going to do amazing things as you go on to more school, and you're going to be great.
I wish you a lot of luck, and it's been a pleasure getting to know you over the past few months, because most of the people who are probably going to be on this video have known you for like way longer than I have. And so the fact that we sort of got to become friends at the end of college has been like a really cool thing, and I've really appreciated everything that you've spoken to my life and the fact that we got to lead the Houston trip together. So it's just been a really great time, and I just thank you for everything.
You mean a lot to me. I love you for that.
I can't wait to see what God does through you.
I think that wherever you end up, you know, in the next several years, the people that you'll get to disciple at Princeton, and just the people that you'll end up meeting, you know, later on in life in ministry, I just think that your vulnerability has the power to just change just so many lives, and I just wanted to affirm that in you.
Keep it up. I'm excited to see what happens.
And we look forward to hearing about the great things that God is doing in you and through you. Please keep in touch with us. God bless you.
Just want to say congratulations.
Good luck, happy graduation, both graduating, and we're both going to do great things, especially you at Princeton. So, see you later.
Have fun. You're going to do great.
The worst thing about graduating probably will be not having you so close, because Princeton is really far away, and I'd love to visit you someday doing that, but it's just, you know, it's one of those things where it's just like life gets going, and I know you and I both will definitely keep up with each other, but it's just going to be a lot harder.
I'm really proud of you. I'm really happy to have a friend like you in my life, and I hope you do amazing things at Princeton.
Thanks, Andy.
See you later, buddy.
Thank you for everything you've done, from working out with me, just being friends, coming over, inviting me over and everything, and just loving me and including me in everything. Really going to miss you.
Hey Andy. I hope you like this video. Surprise! I think this might be the first time I've ever been able to actually surprise you, so that's kind of cool. Remember, because I tried when we went to Sky Zone, but you figured it out before we got there, and I was like, no! But that was still super fun. Yeah, I've loved doing this. It's been really cool. Just hearing all the things that so many friends of yours have said just about you, and I hope that if you ever need a reminder of just how deeply and widely you are loved, that you can watch this, because yeah, you impact more people than you know, and I consider myself blessed to be one of the people that just get to love you. You're very empathetic and comforting, and you just have this steadiness about you that I've always loved, and you can make like the most mundane things fun. Like going to the grocery store can be fun if I'm with you, because you can just tease and joke about things, but then you can also talk really deeply. Thank you for letting me into your life. I hope you have a great day. Congratulations. Happy graduation. You did it. Alright. See ya.